Hello, St. Paul's. I am talking today to Kelsey Ferguson and to Hannah Koby. They join us at the beginning of the season. Well, Kelsey joined us earlier. Maybe we could start with you, Kelsey. Could you tell us something about your first years at St. Paul's?
Sure. I came to St. Paul's when I was about in the 4th grade, I think, when the choirs were under the direction of Rick and Beth Nelson. I grew up in the St. Cecilia and the youth choirs, and my sister did the St. Catherine, St. Cecilia, and youth choirs. And it felt like finding a spiritual and a musical home in the same place, for me at least. Singing in the choirs opened up so many opportunities. I got to sing with Apollo's Fire, and of course all of the things that just the choir here did. I just remember every single Advent lessons and carols, and now getting to do that with Hannah just was like one of those crazy full circle moments.
Yeah, lessons and carols was probably the first big thing that I did here, and it was just a fantastic experience.
Yeah.
So by now, you detected that these ladies are successors to Rick Nelson, who retired last summer or in the fall. Last summer, not in Marienbad, but in Cleveland Heights. Sorry, still bad jokes in spite of COVID. I know it's tough time, but we have fun, and we had fun the entire year. And ladies will tell you about their most significant achievements this year. Let's start with Hannah. Hannah, what do you consider to be the greatest thing you had done at St. Paul's, aside of your Messian?
Which I didn't actually get to do all here anyway. So we had a number of big things that we did with the girls. And for me, probably the highlight was taking our choirs, members of the St. Cecilia and youth choirs, to Washington, D.C. in February. We had, I think, about 20 girls go. And I've always dreamed of taking choirs on tour, but I didn't think I'd be able to do it so soon. And just to watch those other directors bring sounds out of them, and for us to learn how to do that better, that was the highlight of my year.
Yeah, I agree. Both Hannah and I we bounced from rehearsal to rehearsal to rehearsal, taking furious notes, just constantly watching how they engaged with the kids, how the kids engaged with these new people around them and the new people leading and new choristers around them. They just kind of ate it all up and responded so beautifully. And so we took so many notes on how to kind of bring that atmosphere and that kind of excitement to our groups.
If you permit me, I would like to put a plug for the Cleveland Institute of Music. Both ladies are graduates of that distinguished school. I happen to be emeritus, faculty emeritus. Hannah graduated with master's degree. Tell us more about it.
Yeah, so I did my master's in organ performance with Todd Wilson at CIM. And I just finished that up this May. So I've been in school 6 years now for church music, and for the time being, I'm done. But it was just a wonderful 2 years. Worked really well with everyone, and to be able to learn on the one hand at school with Todd Wilson, and then on the other hand from Karel here at St. Paul's, it was just this year I had so many opportunities.
Could I ask you to clarify what you learned from me?
No specifics there, but you are my grand teacher, so you have plenty to teach me.
Thank you. And Kelsey, tell us about your beautiful bow and your fiddle.
I play on a violin made, I think, in 1890 by, I forget his first name, by Morelli. And I play on a Knopf antique German bow. I love both of them dearly.
And you graduated the institute a few years earlier. That is
I graduated last May.
Oh, I see. And before that, you were? You were also at DePaul.
Yeah, I was at DePaul for 4 years for my undergraduate in
Right.
violin performance, and then I
Right.
came to CIM for my
You,
master's.
you know that your father and mother are frequent guests here. Paul, your father, is the admired leader of the Cleveland Jazz Ensemble, and he brings us the wonderful, wonderful jazz vespers. And you played one time with him, or several times.
Yeah, I played with them.
Right. And Mama is a marvelous flute player. She played here many, many times, flute and piccolo. Hannah cannot say the same, but she's from close by. She is a resident of Kent.
Well, right now I'm a resident of Cleveland, but yeah, I grew up in Kent.
And tell us something maybe about your family.
Sure. So I have 4 siblings. Just my younger sister and I ended up pursuing the musical path, but my whole family is really pretty musical. And fun fact about my extended family is I have an organist great aunt, but I did not know this when I started organ, so it must run in my blood somewhere. So, yeah.
And you speak more than one language.
I do. I am mostly fluent in German. My mother's family is all there. She grew up in Germany. And so my great aunt, who's an organist, she's actually in the city of Lübeck in northern Germany. And so I've had the chance to spend several summers there now, and play a lot of organs and learn a lot in Germany.
And you are going to leave us.
I am. I'm leaving in 6 weeks for Germany again. I'll be in the town of Wittenberg, which is where Martin Luther purportedly nailed his 95 Theses to the door of the castle church and sparked the Reformation. So I've been there the last 3 summers as a church music intern, but this time I'll be going as a volunteer with the Evangelical Lutheran Church in America and the Lutheran World Federation, and I will be spending 11 months there as an intern.
That's wonderful. Kelsey, would you like to close our discussion here? What do you hope to do? And I believe that you will be my director next year.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I'll be here with you.
I will be just absolutely devout slave, and I will do whatever is required. You know, I enjoy. So to tell us to close this discussion.
It's going to be a very interesting year ahead as we navigate how to best serve our choirs and our congregation with song and worship. But we're getting creative, and we're going to figure out fun ways to keep everyone connected and together and the spirit of music alive.
Signore Brave, thank you so very much. That was wonderful. I hope we see you soon. Till the fall, we will be also virtual with the choir, senior choir. Nathan, thank you very much for taping us. That's it. Till next time. Hasta luego.